Today we'll be looking at module 3. In module 2, we'll look at structured data. In module 3, we're looking at unstructured data, content and knowledge management. Now, by way of module objectives, we'll be looking at understanding the challenges and protocols involved in managing data assets and documents, including emails, media files, and collaborative documents. We'll also be looking at recognizing the significance and managing tacit knowledge, the tribal knowledge and expertise that individuals carry, and how it can be captured and organized in knowledge management systems. We'll also be looking at identifying the actions required by different stakeholders, individuals, governments, IT departments, and businesses to effectively manage unstructured data. We'll also be looking at applying best practices for managing unstructured data to support the collaboration, knowledge sharing, and long-term information retention. By way of introduction, let's look at what unstructured data is. Unstructured data refers to information that lack a predefined module or model or organization. Such data are email, media files, text documents, and social media posts. Unlike structured data, which is organized into rows and columns, unstructured data is more difficult to manage and analyze, yet it constitutes a large percentage of data organizations generate. Effective content and knowledge management is crucial for ensuring that unstructured data is properly stored, accessible, and utilized. This module focuses on the management of unstructured data, emphasizing the organization of digital assets, the management of tacit knowledge, and the importance of maintaining an efficient and effective content management systems. Unstructured data, when well managed, can be invaluable resources for decision-making, collaboration, and innovation within organizations. Now let's look at digital asset and documents, survival and organization protocols. The challenge of managing digital assets. Unstructured data, including emails, media files, and collaborative documents, accumulate rapidly, creating significant storage and retrieval challenges. Yes. Without proper protocols, digital assets become disorganized, inaccessible, or vulnerable to corruption, which can disrupt workflows and decision making. For emails, protocol for management is that you should implement email archiving systems that will archive systems that messages are not needed. Categorize your messages, the ones that are important are not important, and establish retention policies to ensure compliance. For media files, the protocol for management is that you should use the digital asset management DAM systems, tag metadata, and create a clear taxonomy for your organization. For collaborative documents, the protocol for management is to use version control, regular document audits, and structured folder hierarchies to ensure that shared documents are current and what? Accessible. Now, how do you manage digital assets? For your emails, for email management, for the protocols is that you should archive emails based on projects, dates, and departments using naming conventions, email tagging, and folder organizations to improve searchability. Now, for retention policies, you should set clear guidelines for how long emails should be kept for compliance and references, and regularly archive or delete obsolete messages. Now, the best practices for this is what? Email archiving. Use automated systems to categorize and store emails efficiently. Then also use metadata tagging. Tag emails with key information, e.g., projects, subjects, to make them easily searchable. And rename them, that's what this is saying. Let's look at managing your media files. The great challenge of media files. Media files includes image, videos, audio files. They take up a significant amount of storage and they need proper management to ensure easy retrieval. Digital assets management is the first thing you should do. The protocol is that you should use DAM system to store, retrieve, and manage media files, tagging each asset with the metadata, e.g., project, content type, and date. The taxonomy here is that you should develop a clear system for categorizing media by content type or project to ensure consistency. The best practices here is that you should do naming conventions. Use standardized naming conventions for easy identification and access. Then use access control to implement permissions to ensure that only authorized personnel access sensitive media files. Then managing data assets, talking about collaborative documents. Now, the rise of collaborative platforms like Google Drive, SharePoint, and Microsoft Teams enables teams to work together on shared documents. Some of the challenges include um, challenges version control. Without proper versioning, documents cannot be fragmented, they cannot be broken down, leading to confusion and errors. Then duplication is also a challenge. Files may be duplicated, leading to inconsistent versions and lost work. But what's one of the best practices that should be carried out here? Version control. Use tools that track changes, save previous version, and prevent data loss. Then carry out document audits, conduct regular audits to ensure data are up to date and aligned with organizational goals. There should be folder hierarchy where you create structured folder system for easy document retrieval and better organization of these files in a folder. Now let's look at managing tacit knowledge, the challenges and the solution. What's the tacit knowledge? These are unwritten experiential knowledge that reside in your mind. It includes your expertise, your insights, your strategies based on your personal experience and your intuition. The challenge here is that there's a knowledge loss. Tacit knowledge is often lost when employees leave or retire in an organization. There is difficulty in communication. You cannot pass it, you cannot articulate it, you cannot share. But the solutions here is knowledge sharing. Encourage mentorship programs, communities of practice, and collaborative platforms to what? Facilitate this knowledge transfer, this tacit knowledge. Now, employ knowledge systems. Implement systems that capture and organize tacit knowledge, making it accessible to the organization. They carry out knowledge mapping, identify subject matters experts, and create knowledge maps to facilitate expertise sharing. Now, what is knowledge management systems? These are frameworks designed to capture, store, and disseminate tacit and explicit knowledge across organization. The key features include repositories of best practices, the store processes, lessons learned, and best practices for easy access. Then we have expert directories. They create directories to identify and connect subject matters experts within the organization. Then we have training modules. It includes training materials to help employees learn from the organization collective knowledge. Then we have best practices. Knowledge management systems implementation, where they will integrate knowledge management systems into daily workflows to ensure or to make knowledge sharing seamless and very what cost efficient. Then another best practice is that you should encourage contribution, foster a culture where employees actively contribute their knowledge. Now let's look at some of the stakeholders' action in unstructured data management. For individuals, those are the users and employee, they should maintain consistent naming conventions, ensure accurate data entry, use version control practices, tag and categorize data content on collaborative platform to ensure accessibility, very important. Now, for government, which are regulators and standard bodies, they should establish data retention policies, archival laws, and standards for managing unstructured data in public institutions. They should enforce open data initiatives and ensure the transparency of government-held data. For IT departments, they are technical custodians. They should implement systems like enterprise content management, ECM, and provide technical support for unstructured data management. Then they should ensure security, data scalability, and system reliability. While for business, which are the strategic knowledge management, they should foster a knowledge sharing culture, encourage documentation of tacit knowledge, and implement systems that ensure long-term access. to critical information. Now, by way of conclusion, this module showed that managing unstructured data is an ongoing challenge for organization, but it is an opportunity too. With the right protocol and system in place, management or organization can ensure that digital assets are organized and secure. The management of tacit knowledge is equally crucial as it allows businesses to leverage the expertise and experience of their workforce. By fostering collaboration across stakeholders, individuals, government, IT departments, and businesses organizations, they can create a seamless system for managing unstructured data. This not only improves workflow efficiency, but also ensures that critical knowledge and data are retained, shared, and utilized, ultimately driving innovation, decision making, and long-term success. By way of assessment, there's a 15 multiple choice questions to test your understanding of this module. And as a short report where you will write, involving a real world scenario where you write to show a proper understanding. I'll see you in module 4.